Welcome back to Simrite Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make these beautiful flower patches, as you can see, and I'll also teach you how to place it on your dress accordingly. So you can see the patches has been attached to the dress, and you can see it on the peplon as well. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, I will encourage you to stay till the end of this tutorial to learn more. Thank you. So to start off this tutorial, you'll be needing your Ankara fabric, okay, that has the flower patches. So here you can see I have this fabric and the flower patches are defined, so it's something you can cut out very much easily. Now you need your hairstay, so we'll be making use of a hairstay. You'll be making use of your soft pepper stay, okay. We are making use of a soft pepper stay. Then we are making use of a cotton lining, okay. So it can be any lining of your choice, but cotton lining is good, but because it does not frill on the edges. So if you are getting a fabric for lining, get a cotton lining that will not frill at the edges. So I have my hemming gum. So this hemming gum can come in a bolder one. We have a bigger or bolder one that is trending right now. So I don't have that. So I'm going to use the regular one that we have. You need your scissors. You need your soldering iron. So in case you don't have a soldering iron, you can also make use of your scissors. So to start off this tutorial, the first thing we are going to do now is to cut out the flower patches. So I'm going to cut out these flower patches, as you can see. Alright, so after cutting out the patches, the next thing you are going to do is to mark the wrong side, because you are going to place a hairstay on the wrong side. So I just mark the wrong side so I don't mistakenly place my hairstay on the right side. So after that, I'm going to place my hairstay. So now I've placed it on a piece of fabric to iron right now. So you can see how I arrange them. So I arranged it this way so that it will be very easy for us. So I just want to, the fabric is actually rumpled anyway, so I just want to make it press it before I place my hairstay. So I just want to iron it a little bit before I place my hairstay, just to straighten the edges. Alright, so now I'll just keep them independent of each other. So by the time I place my hairstay, I have them independent of each other. So the hairstay has the rough side. You can see we have the sticky side. So if you're using hairstay, use they call it the nylon hairstay. Okay, so this really have a very good sticky part that can stick and fuse very well to these patches. So I'll place the sticky part on top of it right now. Okay, so I'm going to take my time to fuse them. So you'll be using a hot iron to fuse them. So when fusing it, this is how you go about the fusing of your hairstay. So you fuse it this way. So you have to allow the iron to get hot a little bit, but not the type that can burn your fabric anyway. So I'll keep tapping it this way till I cover the whole patches. So after sticking it, I'll take it off this way and I'll place it back this way. Okay, so I'll place it to be sure I have them well sticked. So you can see I have some parts that are not well sticked. So I'll just make sure I open it up. I'm going to cut it out independent of each other from the hairstay. So I'm done sticking the hairstay. So you have to make sure it sticks to the fabric very well. You have to iron very, very well. After that, I'm going to place it upwards on my ironing table once more. I'll also arrange it again, independent of each other. Then I'll come with my pepper stay. So the pepper stay also have the sticky part of it, but I always advise you use your hemming gum to be sure. Okay, so if you can get the sugar pepper stay, you don't need your hemming gum. So but since I'm not working with my sugar pepper stay, I'll just go around my hemming gum this way, although this might consume a lot of hemming glue anyway. So but it saves you the stress of pulling or peeling out after you are done with your patches. So I'm going to just place the hemming gum all over very carefully on top of the patches. I've placed my hemming gum, so I'll come with my pepper stay. So like I said, the sticky part of it, you place it right on top this way. I'll use it and cover it this way. So I'll cover it, and then I'm going to use my hot iron to stick it. So this requires you have to be patient, and it requires you need to tap. Okay, and it also means you need to use your hot iron for this. So I'll keep sticking it till I'm done sticking perfectly. So once I'm done sticking, I'm going to take it off from my table, as you can see. So you have them stick very well to the pepper stay. So next is to start cutting them out. So I'm going to cut them following this shape. I'll just take my time and cut it out. So I'll keep cutting it out. So here you can see them. I'm done sticking them very well, and they are perfect. Also to place them. So I'm placing them this way again. So it's better to work on these patches at a section. Okay, so just bring it a little bit closer like this, so you don't waste, but don't allow it overlap each other. It has to be independent. So now I'm going to also come back with my hemming gum. So that means you need enough hemming gum. So this time I'm going to place this hemming gum this way, so that I'll be able to minimize my hemming glue. So I'll place it at the edges like this, because the edges are the most protected, so it does not fray. So I can still drop one at the middle like this. Placing my hemming glue on top of it once again, I'll come with my piece of cotton fabric. So the cotton fabric is actually thick, so I don't need to hairstay it again. So but if you want to hairstay it, you can go ahead, but I feel it's a waste of hairstay. So what I have here feels nice. The essence of hairstay is to make your fabric stabilized and firm, but cotton is already stabilized and firm. So I'll go ahead and place the hairstay. So please be careful, because I just used the fabric to pick up some of the hemming glue I arranged. So I'm just trying to arrange them again. So now I'll place my fabric. So this time around, you can decide to use your steam iron. You can also decide to use your iron the way it is. So I'm just going to use my iron the way it is without sprinkling water to it. So I'll make sure the iron is very hot, but not the type that will burn your fabric anyway. So but it's good it's hot. Okay, so it will be able to stick every part of this very, very well. Okay. So I'll just make sure I stabilize it. So after that, I'll take it out like this. Okay. So I can cut and then iron again. So I'll just go ahead and cut, then make sure I stabilize it a little more. So I'll just go around it once again. So you can see this requires a lot of cutting and cutting and cutting. Okay. So when working on this, you need to be patient while you do this. So I'll cut the patches again. So you can see how the patches looks now with the back piece. So you can also use another Ankara and place on top. I'm done sticking them appropriately. So make sure it's stuck at the edges, so it does not, because the edges are the most important part of this project. So that's why I have to place my hemming gum at the edges and make sure I iron them properly. So this is what I have for all of them. So now it's time to use either your soldering iron or your scissors to cut out the patches. So you can see here I've already cut out one of the patches. My soldering iron just developed fault, so I'm not going to use it to do this, okay, because I just plugged it and noticed that it was not actually hitting properly. So now I'm going to use my scissors. So I will do that very carefully. So I'll just keep cutting it. everything. Okay, my flower patches, and I've cut all of them. I've trimmed all of them from at the edges, like I told you. So I have about 35 or 36 number here, and I'm using this 35, 36 number to work on the dress I'm making. So here, this is the neckline of this dress, and you can see I've already started pinning it. So when you are pinning it, you have to place it in a way that it looks beautiful as it descends. Can you see that? You can just be creative with it. Don't make it go out of the neckline too much. Okay, so I've already arranged them, as you can see. So I'm going to stitch them. I'll go over to the machine. I'll stitch. I'll just follow a method of stitching, making sure I have this lap on top of it, lap on top of it, like that. After that, I'm going to place this on top and stitch. Place again and stitch. Place again and stitch. Okay, so it looks like what we have on the thumbnail. So I'll finish that, and I'll come over to follow the peplon. So the peplon, I'll just be stitching it on top on the peplon. It's a whole lot of work anyway, but it was the effort. So just keep dropping them, dropping them, when you are stitching, it has to come on top. So I'm just going to do this work gently, and then you see the final outlook. So here, I want it to come down a little bit. So I'll just stitch, and I can also stitch this on top, okay? Just to have that shape, like that, till I fill in of the front space. Let me do that.